Hey there, scrappy friends. Suzanne here in the studio today with a super quick video featuring Close to My Heart's pumpkin spice paper line. Let me show you the 8 pages I made using the pumpkin spice paper pack and the Picture My Life cards. I did not get the sticker sheet for this paper line, just the paper itself and the PML cards. As you can see here, I've used a nice 12-inch piece of the Harbor cardstock, and I have cut it into a fishtail. And behind the back of this, I have put part of a Picture My Life card. I used the rest of that card to do a 1-inch fishtail border for the shorter fishtail banner that I've done. And I've used a couple of pieces of the paper. I think this is paper. Yeah. Couple pieces of the paper to match over here and here peeking out from behind the photos. All of these pumpkins you see here have been cut from Picture My Life cards, and from my stash all I had to add was a few wooden hearts and some peachy shimmer pearls. Also, you'll notice I took the cutaway from here and used it over on this side, and then I made papaya 3/8 of an inch journaling strips, and I cut those on an angle so that they match the same angle here. Isn't that fun? I'm really happy how these 2 pages turned out. Moving along, on the next one, I decided from looking at the Picture My Life cards to play up the sweaters. So here we have a chill in the air. I have used some alphabets from my stash, but basically this is just strips of paper, and I've added in some papaya shimmer trim all along here, as well as top and bottom of this PML card that I wanted to feature. Also over here, I added it on this PML card, and then I made a little cluster using a pumpkin from my stash. I also punched out a few little leaves as an extra embellishment, and then some enamel dots in various colors kind of finished that off. That's an easy page, isn't it? Great double layout. On this next set of layouts, I went brighter. Here we're using Sundance for the back page, for the base page, and this fun print paper and a piece of the mix-in for September, October also. Since we've got this cute zip strip with the acorns on it, that is what I used for my embellishments. These are some old Close to My Heart arbor shapes that I've colored in a couple of different color combinations using the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blend markers. I use the coral blend and the gold yellow blend for those. This Thankful is from the September Stamp of the Month. You may have remembered that. So I got thankful for time together, for this day, for this family, for these people, for these memories, for this life. There's also this I am thankful for card with 6 different slots to add something. So I decided to use 6 2x2 photos here on this page. Other embellishments include some chipboard from my stash. This piece of chipboard had a sort of a glossy finish to it, and these 2 did not. So I added a little bit of glossy accents to that to get them to be shiny too. I like certain things to match up, and so chipboard was one of them. I wanted all my chipboard to be slightly shiny. And then of course I punched a few hearts too and added a little ribbon across a couple of the hearts and for my tag up here. This tag is cut from the tags die cuts that Close to My Heart had out a few months back. So I think that one turned out really cute. And again, here I'm either going to my stash for embellishments, or I'm fussy cutting them or punching them. So I'm not using a sticker sheet for these. So that's the third set of 2-page layouts. This last one is probably my favorite. Let me show you here. If you've been on the blog, you know recently that I talked about Close to My Heart had a formula for using strips of paper. And so this particular layout is based on one of those formulas. What really makes this one fun is for one of the strips of paper, instead of paper, I used some ribbon trim. I don't know if you can tell that, but it's got leaves printed on it and it's got a gold sheen to it. That led me to pulling some cloth type leaves out of my stash and giving them the gold treatment using Dana Wakley's Media Gloss Spray. Close to My Heart sells this. And I have to say I'm really kind of impressed because once this dried, I didn't have any rub off of the gold at all. So I really like that because I've used other mists from other companies and sometimes it just sits on top of the paper or on top of other fabric and it'll still come off. But this kind of dried really completely. But it's still got that glossy, glittery look. Hopefully the camera can pick that up. So that turned out really nice. Here, I just happen to have these cute little chipboards in my stash. And because these were all flat finish, this one here was actually a glossy finish, so I sanded it down a little and took the gloss off of it and then touched it up with a little ink. So I think that turned out pretty nice. As you can see here I have used one of the Picture My Life cards I still had left that I didn't particularly like the sentiment on as a photo mat. And I also used, instead of just using plain cardstock for all of the photo mats, I used some of the mix-in paper in that pretty taupe color. I shouldn't say taupe, I should say toffee, in that pretty toffee color. And then the finishing touch here was a falling leaves ribbon that I had in my stash. And then I finished with some gold glitter gems. So I'm really, really happy about how this page turned out. This is my favorite of the 4. I will link to that blog post about using the strips of paper formula for layouts. And I hope you enjoy the close-ups of some of these layouts that you'll see now that I'm finished. Like I said, there's the end of a very quick little video. I hope you found something that you find just a little bit inspiring. As always, I appreciate your time and attention. See you back here soon. Bye-bye.